One more match to determine who takes home the grand prize, who takes the first place, and all the bragging rights as well, of course, that go along with it.
Teams that are very similar, a lot of individual talent. What a better way to figure out who is better individually and team-wise than to start off on a map like Lijiang.
Oh yes, we are going to see some skill on display right here, that's for sure. It's Immortals versus Ghost. Best of 3. We saw quite a brilliant third and fourth place game just a little while ago. We can only hope that this final can match up to that, and I certainly think it will. These guys have incredible amounts of individual skill, but also team-oriented skill as well. And you got to keep an eye on Grim Reality. This guy's aim, you saw some of those McCree clips in our intro. That guy can hit heads, whether it's on Tracer or McCree. He can do them both, and very well at that. Looks as though Immortals want to bring out this double DPS comp, this 2-2-2 setup, and Ghost looking to be here with the triple tank setup. Michael will be on Tracer though, so will be a lot of who can win this Tracer v Tracer battle, be more impactful. Already Michael making his presence known, taking down Chance, starting things off for Ghost with a one-player advantage. Now Grim Reality and him are going at it a bit, but Michael will just bring himself back and go to the point. Immortals, since they don't have Chance around, they'll have to regroup, and they're looking to re-engage right now.
A smart move by Immortals there. I mean, once Chance goes down, you're pretty much going to lose that fight either way. Don't give any more ultimate charge, but man, Ghost already slamming back into Immortals. Chance going down again, Agility finds Blam.
That's not what you want to start off with for Immortals. Losing Chance twice like that is crucial. You need your Reinhardt for these pushes. Michael, very hurt, manages to make his way out of there. Now Pulse Bomb's going to come in. Connor J able to dodge it. So now a Pulse Bomb from Michael landing right on the back of Agilities. They trade one for one as Remix now goes down, but Ghost are continuing to find frags here. Baby Bay picking up 2, make it 3. In fact, for Baby Bay on that Zarya, giving himself a Graviton yet. And now up to 40% and counting. Will have ultimates to work with, some pretty big ones, and they could play aggressively here, Ghost, if they want to, up towards that doorway in the choke.
Absolutely, but they're probably going to give a little bit of room for Immortals to come in so that they can catch them in this Graviton or Earth Shatter and send them back to spawn. There it is, the Graviton already in the middle of Immortals.
Oh, it's going to be so much damage. 3 kills coming out for Ghost, starting off very, very well. And now up to 60%. They're looking to clean up here a bit if they can as well. Stagger some of these deaths. Grim Reality's just going to go ahead and reset, flying off the edge, just making sure that they weren't able to get that stagger. So again, going for this reset. Immortals have a Nano Blade available, and they are going to come in with it. Sending off Agilities, needs to find value off of the back of this, and they've been able to negate much of this or dodge it. They do use a sound barrier on top of it, but Ghost already 3 kills. Connor J using the whole hog with the Nano Boost, but they have such a strong presence up here in front of their spawn. There's no way they're getting back in. Ghost in total domination, even going for a bit of a spawn camp here as well. There's just nothing they can do. Absolute disrespect coming out from Ghost off the start here.
Ghost clearly sending a message. They've got an answer for everything Immortals has thrown. A Pulse Bomb being challenged by a Nano Boost, but actually, all the way in the back, it's gone into overtime. But right now, it doesn't look like Immortals might be able to stop it. Agility's barely alive. That Earth Shatter landing.
Chance able to get quite a few inside of that Earth Shatter, but things need to start connecting for Immortals, or they're going to go down 1 map to 0 off the start. Graviton coming out, trying to see maybe if they can suck up a couple guys inside of that one, but Immortals need to get someone on the point. Hyped is there to answer the call, but he's going to get sent out of his mech and then quickly taken care of by Blam afterwards, and now Grim Reality's trying to keep hope alive for Immortals. They're trickling players onto the point, but there's no way they'll actually be able to win this fight. They need to start getting kills, and Ghost will take point number 1 here on Lijiang Tower.
Ghost coming out, absolutely going for the throat of Immortals. You always want to try and take down a Reinhardt to begin with. When that Reinhardt is a substitute, they're going for a huge bully. I think they're trying to get inside Chance's head and keep him out of this fight entirely.
Yeah, Chance going down a few times there, really inopportune times for Immortals. Got to make sure, I don't know if it's whether it's him or just his team kind of on a misplay, but right there you can see he charges all the way through. He has no one from his team to back him up in that scenario when you charge that far away, and that's the problem. If you're going for some of these charges, you need to do it in a situation where you're not going to at least go too far and your team can support you after you go in on that charge. So it is going to be a 1-round lead for Ghost. At the moment, we will now head on to our next phase here. Immortals continuing. Play similar comp though. Agility's actually making a switch over to Roadhog. And Ghosts are going to be going for the quad tank. Or just posturing at the moment. Agility's getting a good right click out was Connor J. Got the hook, but couldn't quite convert on the kill. Nice charge in from Chance, but couldn't quite find the kill either. And Connor J actually gets the better of Chance. It's a one-player advantage on the fight for Ghost. They did lose Baby Bay early on. Now Grim Reality's turning the tides a bit back for Immortals. Nice hook from Connor J, sending Verbo back into the respawn queue. That was Connor J still on point though. Oh, that Reality from Grim Reality, 2 kills off the back of that. Should allow them to flip-flop the point very quickly indeed. Grim only 5%.
Just picked the entirety of Immortals, put him on his back, and got all the way through that. 4 kills for Grim Reality in that last fight, one after another, under constant pressure from Ghost. He is not going to let this match go easily.
Now, just waiting here. Grim Reality, though, already on fire. And they are looking to be taking a push in through this white room side all the way to the right. Grim Reality actually getting put to sleep, so they'll essentially be a man down. Nice hook from Agilities, but now he's got a very angry Reinhardt charging after him. He takes a second to take a breather, but still he's just getting hacked away at, and Remix eventually able to finish him off, and they've already gotten quite a few frags here, Ghost, and they are definitely looking to retake this point. Just need to find Grim Reality, who's managing to stall things out a little bit, and Baby Bay with a punch to send him back to the respawn. So Ghost will pretty quickly convert here.
Ghost recovering very quickly there, getting their first points on the board here on this stage, but Immortals, they're going to be coming back with basically a full house of ultimate 6 on the table. Ghost in a very similar situation, but not quite up to Blam's nano boost yet, and right now Immortals, they're coming around the outside. They're going to come and try and take Ghost on head on. Right now, ahead in the shield war.
Graviton at the ready for Hyped. He's looking to send that one off. He will connect with it, but now a self-destruct comes in. Oh, the shield went down from Chance. Just beforehand, the huge Earth Shatter coming out from Remix. That'll leave them to clean up on everything. Remix with 3 right there, plowing through Immortals off of a massive Earth Shatter. Then Ghosts are still looking quite good here. As it all started off, that self-destruct came in at such a good time from Michael. He sent it in just as the Graviton came out, not really allowing Immortals to engage on the Graviton.
I think they were expecting Baby Bay to get his off. He tried to come into the side, but he actually got put to sleep by Ethan, but it still worked out for Ghost. Remix just coming in and absolutely clearing the field.
Looking good here, and they have a good positioning to hold. Connor J has his whole hog as well. He'll be able to at least dish out quite a bit of damage, but sound barriers on both sides. And actually, Michael's going to get the nano boost, but he has been dealt quite a bit of damage. 1-for-1 trade. And much of Immortals still over in this white room side. They are now starting to find these kills. They lose Verbo, and there is still a few players around. Michael out of his mech will be taken care of by Grim Reality, and no one's contesting Grim Reality at the moment. He's in the back line, just able to do whatever he wants, really completely uncontested. And now Immortals feeling good. They'll get back onto the point. Ghost, though, able to make it up to 90%. Immortals have to be pretty much perfect for the rest of this stage.
It's a 1-possession game for Ghost, but Immortals still have quite a ways to go. Grim Reality so far, borderline unstoppable force for Immortals. Immortals are going to have to mount a better defense than they did last time. Ghost starting to position around the backside, and it's going to come down to whether Remix can hit this Earth Shatter at the right time. Chance is asleep. The opportunity is wide open. Chance is getting pulled in. He's going to go down really soon.
That Biotic got set right on him. Very unlucky for Immortals. They've already lost 3 players, and they had some ultimates at the ready, but now Ghost are just all over them. They only lost 1 player in the process. Remix went down, but it's all Ghost on the point. They will have one last attempt. Grim Reality narrowly escaping the hook there.
It's going to be on Grim to keep this whole game alive.
He will have to go get on it at the last second, engaging with, well, actually the self-destruct getting sent over top by Michael. I believe that was, and now Ajax had already started it off. Connor J taking out Chance yet again, who's been struggling so far. Whole hog from Connor J. He's so low on health, they need to focus him down. Immortals with 2 kills as they try and fight their way back into this stage of Lijiang Tower. With the Graviton coming out from Immortals, there's just not a whole lot of follow-up there. And now Ghost have a pretty strong presence on the point, but Immortals definitely not out of it yet. Baby Bay with full charge is just going to, put Hyped inside of the oven there. He couldn't get out of it, and it's a whole bunch of kills coming out for Immortals, as now they actually will flip-flop that point right back. Ghost will be able to take one more fight.
Immortals clawing their way back in. Ghost should have, about 1, especially now that's crossing 80%. Immortals, gonna have a pulse bomb. They're gonna want to try and guarantee Remix goes down relatively early, but I guarantee Ghost knows that. Baby Bay still holding onto his Graviton, and a sound barrier for Ajax. Both sides have a lot of weaponry here, but as it comes in, Baby Bay, he's already looking, he's focusing, he's taking down Chance, and the Graviton is out.
Oh, good patience with that. Baby Bay already 2 kills off the back of it. They had a nice sound barrier to try and mitigate most of the damage, but Ghost, actually, while they're back on the point, it's just going to be this one final attempt for both teams, really, but it's all going in Ghost's favor. They have the player advantage on the point. Ethan goes down. They lost hyped, and it is all them. And at the moment, there is going to be a self-destruct let down, and oh man, they got to get onto the point right now. Chance tried to charge, but got booped by Ajax off the side, and there's going to be a Dragon Blade to try and secure it from Agilities, but couldn't get anything off the back of it. Ghosts are now going to take a 2-0 lead on Lijiang Tower.
Immortals certainly showing back up there on that second round. That was nothing like the first round, realistically. And if Grim Reality can keep up that damage and find a little bit of space, once Agilities gets his head in the game, it's going to be a neck-and-neck battle overall. But Remix clear-cutting the opposition.
Yeah, that's a big earth shatter. They lost Chance right beforehand. His shield had gotten so low, and they sent in the self-destruct, and he couldn't keep it up long enough. His shield ended up breaking, I believe that was, and just they managed to get one, which was Chance off that self-destruct, and then from there, that's an easy earth shatter for Remix. He has no shield to deal with. He has free reign on them and managed to get at least 5 more kills or so in that. So now we head on to Night Market.
Ethan now on Zenyatta, Chance on Winston. Immortal's going to go for a more dive-heavy comp, perhaps give a little bit of mobility to Chance, perhaps finding different ways to get those rotations we saw going on with them yesterday, where just so many different flankers in all the different places, the real true nature of the dive, but so far Ghost not really giving up a whole lot of territory.
Oh, Remix charged in, didn't quite manage to find his target, and was finished off by Grim Reality. It's a 2-for-2 trade. Immortals actually now losing 3 players, but so have Ghosts, so both teams still very much in this fight, but Agility's getting lit up at the moment. Almost was able to get Michael, who hung on by the skin of his teeth. That should allow Ghosts to cap the point first here. Indeed it will. They'll draw first blood.
I was about as close as it gets. Michael barely taking down Agilities in time. Agilities now on Genji. This is definitely looking like it's much more of Immortals' game to get back into here. Grim Reality holding onto a pulse bomb. That's going to be a danger zone for Remix. Possibly even Connor J. So far, Grim doing a great job of trying to focus out some of the important players, but on both of these teams, every single player is a playmaker.
Michael doing a good job of just harassing Ethan, making him less and less of a factor as the game goes on, because he constantly has a tracer on himself. Now Agility's going in with this Dragon Blade just swung at by Remix, quickly taken out of the fight. So they have traded a bit back and forth. Ghost with a 1-player advantage, though, and Grim Reality's trying to bring Immortals back into this one, but so far, it's Ghost all over this point. Remix incredibly hurt. They need to convert on this kill. He's easy pickings there, and finally Grim shuts him down. Grim with 2 kills, in fact. He's going to be looking for a little bit more here, maybe even able to find Ajax. Needs to be careful, though. Low health. He's got Michael after him, losing that 1v1 Tracer battle. Well done by Michael. And they're going to continue to go at it here. Baby Bay, so low on health. They just don't have the sustain on this point anymore. Ghost. And, I mean, regardless of whether or not Immortals end up taking this point, Ghosts have done such a good job of stalling things out, allowing them to get, an extra 20% or so, and now they're at 65% just as Immortals get the point for the first time.
Plus, they have a lot of ultimates to start working with. An Earthshatter Graviton looming here. Michael will definitely get another Pulse Bomb really soon here. Blam with a Nano Boost. It's a similar story over on the side of Immortals. However, they don't have a Dragon Blade yet, and there is no Nano for them, so it won't be a Nano Blade when it does break out. Right now, Agility's still trying a little bit to find that same success he's found in previous matches. Earthshatter already on the field.
Really good sound barrier from Ajax, keeping Remix alive, who had gotten so low on health, and that will actually allow them to engage here beautifully. Transcendence was used by Immortals, and if it weren't for Grim Reality, I don't know if Immortals would still even be in this fight. He came back to get 2 kills, but Ghosts are still, so strong presence on the points. It's going to be incredibly difficult for Immortals here. You have Verbo and Agilities, both just wasting time. Grim is still in there trying to waste time. They're actually starting to get the reinforcements back into the fight, and now with the Graviton coming out, they might just be able to turn the tides on the fight in total. Baby Bay's Graviton helping Ghost secure a couple more kills for themselves. Oh, Immortals managing to get it up to at least 60% here. It should be Ghost retaking the point, but Immortals also doing quite a solid job at just stalling out that point and gaining more time.
That's 4 back to spawn for Immortals. That's going to be a lot of points going over to Ghost, possibly putting it at match point or possibly putting it right into overtime, but either way, it's going to be a one-possession game for Ghost from this point forward. Agility's getting pulled. Connor J's going to send him back. That's a disaster. Grim Reality's down too.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's going to have to be a sit back and wait moment for Immortals, because they'll have one last good shot at this one. Grim Reality just now getting up, but Ghost are at 93%. They need to start engaging onto the point and getting players there now, because they are very low on time. You do have one getting onto it now. That's Verbo. Now the Dragon Blade comes out from Agilities. He's been able to get at least one kill, but it's been a back and forth affair at the moment. Immortals, though, down quite a few players, and Ghosts have just so many numbers on the point. Immortals, there's going to be no one around to contest this point, and Ghosts will strike first here and take map number 1. Lijiang Tower in the grand finals.
Dominant
1-0.
performance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They look so good there. I mean, just the coordination coming out of Ghosts and just the raw fragging power from them. I mean, it's just something that they could not deal with. Immortals, I mean, this is time to get back into it. You can see these guys are pumped up. They're very passionate about what they do, and they show a lot of emotion when they play.
Agilities was getting focused quite a bit anytime he showed up on Genji. Either way, still did 26% of the team's damage overall, 20,690 for him, but all of that mitigated by Blam on his own, 15,000 damage for, or sorry, 24% of the overall team was mitigated by Blam.
Yeah, it's the way that they just systematically dealt with Immortals on every single point. That first point was practical perfection. They didn't lose a single fight, even in fights when it looked like they should lose, still coming out on top. And it felt like Immortals was, the saving grace for Immortals was Grim Reality on the Tracer. The stalls, he consistently kept them into that point number 2 and 3. Ultimately, though, it didn't pan out.
Yeah, certainly, Immortals doing better anytime they're putting chance on Winston, allowing Winston and Tracer and Genji to kind of rotate around and allow chance to kind of keep away from